In honor of the recent news of Mario Galaxy 2 and 1 being remastered for the Switch 2 on October 2nd, I thought it would be an interesting idea to jump back into a bit of Mario Galaxy. This is on the Nintendo 3D All-Stars version released in 2020 for Mario's 35th anniversary. Of course, these other two games are being released for the 40th. And I mean, it's kind of crazy they're releasing the same game again 5 years after. But, you know, I think it'll look a bit better. It'll be in 4K and stuff. But the reason I'm diving into it tonight is just because I've always considered Mario Galaxy to be my favorite game. I've always held it in very high regard, and partly just because I feel I should probably practice before Mario Galaxy 2 comes out on the 2nd, because of course I'm going to buy it. I just thought it would maybe be interesting to go back, look at Mario Galaxy with some fresh eyes, and see if it really holds up. I'm pretty much just doing this for myself because I feel like, I like to know what I think, and I'm not as confident as I used to be saying that this is my favorite game of all time. I 100% in my first playthrough, which was as Mario, but to 200% the game, you have to beat it all again as Luigi, so that's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, so I'm not actually as confident that it's my favorite game anymore, just sort of recently, because Donkey Kong Bonanza came out, and that was an exceptional game. It really made me question if this was still my favorite game because of it. I really enjoyed that game, and it felt modern, like a very modern 3D platformer with just such cool new ideas, a really fun sense of progression, and a decent story. And to me, as much as Luigi and Mario are good video game characters, in the Donkey Kong series, DK is far more expressive and, to me, a more interesting character. There's a reason Mario is Mr. Video Game, but it does kind of mean that, at least when it comes to his stories and how the games all play out, they all play out the same, really. Mario goes and saves the princess. It's kind of, all it is. It's never any deeper than that. And I'm not saying that DK has a great story. It's not all that. But it's much more interesting than this. This game to me is purely a platforming, a great platforming experience with unique, interesting, and varied levels, cool boss fights, a really kind of, what I would say is a pretty much perfect format for the game. Basically, just being that you get the star, you go in and out of these little huts, do more stars, do more missions. I mean, I think it's so good, and I think people like to say that this place has no atmosphere. To me, the music, which I could talk for probably weeks about. Nah, that's a lie. I could talk about the music for a long time. I really enjoy this the soundtrack. To me, again, probably one of, if not the best. Actually, that's not true. Mario Kart World has the best soundtrack, in my opinion. But a really strong, really nostalgic music soundtrack. So there's a lot of reasons I like this game, but I sort of just think I want to take another look and see if it's all that, because at least in terms of movement, the modern Switch, games by I forget which strain of Nintendo makes the 3D platformers, but Mario Galaxy has some of the most limited movement in the series. You know, all you can do is crouch, jump, spin, which is obviously the star of the show. But you know, it's much more about the level design rather than the movement, which is strange because I love movement, but this game seems to kind of, you know, not that the game doesn't have good movement. You know, it's a fun way to platform, but it's very linear. Yeah, I feel like I've done enough yapping, so I'll try and get some gameplay. So I've obviously played a little bit of this already. I started playing it maybe a week or two ago. But the good thing about this game is it's the sort of game that's very easy just to jump back in and play a few levels and go back to whatever else you were doing. You know, it's this is what I mean about the format. You just jump in, find the star, get the fuck out. You know. But anyways, this is just. I feel like I'm probably gonna end up saying a lot about the music, just because every soundtrack in my every level track, in my opinion, or nearly all, are just, you know, bursting with character, and I don't know. I love them all, and they're all so goofy. The Queen Bee always freaked me out as a kid, though, when you have to kind of crawl around it, and it, you know, it's telling you that it's getting tickled. And also the power-ups in this game actually really aren't that good. The bee suit, I feel like we probably could have done a lot better. But I think this boss is definitely unique. And the music, I mean, come on. Shit. Although they're definitely all a bit samey in terms of, you know, the whole 3-hit structure that pretty much every 3D Mario boss seems to share. Fuck. One thing I do always struggle with in 3D Mario games, though, is the perspective. Or the, what's it called? I'm talking about the depth perception. That's what I mean. That being said, though, this boss I feel like is probably not that hard. Shit. Fuck. I do always feel a bit sad when I end up killing bug-like creatures, though, or animals in these games. Oh, and these motherfuckers. The Hungry Lumas. A classic. I feel like I could say that about everything in this game, though. Oh, it's a classic. Because it was '07 this came out. Which is strange. That's 1 year after I was born, but I feel like I still hold this game so dear. Like, when I played this when I was younger, it had already been out for quite a while. No problem. These Lumas are the only reason that I ever collect star bits in this game. I feel like I always remember this level. Because it's definitely quite, well, maybe not that challenging, but... Wow. but one of the first more challenging ones, I think. Because generally the levels in this game are quite easy. Whew. Ooh, fuck. Not through it. Oh my god. Not even close. And actually, whenever I have played this game, I have always played it just by collecting all the stars that I can in each, I don't know what you call it, each galaxy, and then moving on to the next one. But I suppose if you really wanted to, you could probably complete this game pretty quickly just by doing all the necessary ones. Because look, I've only beat 2 galaxies. I haven't even opened the other ones, and I could already go to the final one. So I guess the game's linearity, although it is the levels themselves are linear, the way you do them is not. Which I suppose you could also say about Super Mario 64 and maybe Sunshine. I haven't played it, but I think at least there's that. You know, in terms of you can choose what galaxy you think is the most interesting and just do that. But you know, I'm always doing all of them, which I'll probably regret because that one will suck. And actually, I think I saw something now about how if you were to count up just how much time there is in this game spent just in these short cutscenes between gameplay, it takes up a significant amount of time. So if you're trying to beat this game quickly, it's actually a bit annoying. But it's never particularly bothered me. But I suppose if you're, you know, used to games progressing a bit faster, you know. Okay, that's not ideal. The whole gravity aspect, though, that shit never gets old. Flinging yourself around planets. I do actually have to say, though, I'm really excited to jump into Mario Galaxy 2. As much as I feel like I speak with a monotone voice when I'm talking about this, I am genuinely excited. It's just such a shame that it costs a pretty penny. I'm a pro at this. And the music, although super goofy, you have to admit this shit is iconic. I'm really gonna try and cut this corner. Oh shit! Woohoo! Oh, I turned so hard I actually... I ended up going the other way. This shit does feel massive though. Free. Damn. Woohoo! Here we go. I always loved these cutscenes as a child. That always felt so good. And it still does. Filling up the Comet Observatory with grand stars did always feel... It felt like a proper sense of progression. Like, I think just having a physical... Like, being able to see that, you know, kind of making a difference and having each section come to life as you... build it up is probably something that's not done enough in games. I know generally as far as hub worlds go, this isn't that great, but to me, you know, it's, again, got personality, it's interesting, all the different sections with different styles, you know, one with water, one with grass, brick, whatever, but just seeing it, you know, expand, and then even then, the music changes as well as you unlock certain areas in the hub world. The song gets stronger and stronger, and you know, it's nice to see. It's a good feeling. Space junk. Oh, this again. The music. It's. I mean, it's damn near unbeatable. Mind you, the pool star levels are definitely not my favorite. But the music is peak. I mean, this isn't just a saying. Being out in space is such a... makes you feel alone, but in a good way. I never actually realized this is Captain Olimar's ship. Actually, this level's not that bad. It's an interesting concept, and it of course, at the time would have used the Wiimote's motion controls, since that would have been the big thing. Fuck. Depth perception. Is that the word? That's what I was looking for earlier when it comes to figuring out where you are on the screen. And I believe this is the first time we ever meet Captain Toad. Not right here specifically. I think we met him in Honey Hive Galaxy for the first time, but it's the first game he's in. Oh, and this bit. I do remember you have to do this bit fast, unlike a time trial one. One thing about Luigi is he's slipperier than Mario, which can be a bit of a struggle because you don't really know when you're going to stop. But I suppose the benefit is after you play this game once, you sort of know where everything is. Or not! I think actually playing as Luigi is a pretty significant difference. Just because he's slippy, he's fast. Oh man. And in fairness, actually, when I think about it, this game, I think, no matter, even if it's not my favorite game anymore, which I'm still not entirely sure if it isn't, it's still a great game, I just don't think I would ever turn up my nose at playing it. The formula is just that good. And it's easy. It's an easy game to get into and play, you know? Because the movement is so simple, you know, there's not much to it. Just jumping in and checking out whatever level the game has to throw at you each time, I think it's just really easy to just get in and out of. And easy for people to get into. I don't know if it's the kind of game you could beat in one sitting, but you know. It's probably, I don't know how long it takes to beat. And actually, as far as older games go, I feel like you can tell just mechanically and how the game plays that it's old. But to me, this seems to, you know, I really try and work out whether this is my nostalgia talking. But to me, this holds up incredibly well. You know, like if this came out today, it would maybe be not the best, you know, not considered one of the best games. Well, it would be, but it wouldn't be considered, you know, maybe very polished. I'm not sure. But I think it, you know, it doesn't reek of you know, early just late 2000s like other games of that era might. But I think Nintendo's always been good for, you know, for oh my god, for like quality checking and making sure the games are polished. Out the way, bitch. Fuck. Fuck out of here, boy. And it's just fun. And maybe saying this game is easy is not, is maybe doing it a disservice. I think it's definitely on the easier side. Maybe it's just because I've played the game a few times that I think it's, you know, not very difficult. But, you know, think it is. It could be a chill playthrough. Extra comment. This music always did make me feel like I need to hurry the fuck up. Oh shit! Oh my god, that was close. Fuck. Come on. 1 minute 30, I can do it in 1 minute 30. I can do it a lot quicker than that. This is more what I mean when I think the game is not difficult. So all in all, just dipping my toes back into Mario Galaxy there, I do feel like the game, yeah, I was saying it still holds up. Still one of the games that I hold closest to me. And it's still a great game, and I think it probably is still my favorite game ever. Just playing it, I mean, it's just hey, it could still just be nostalgia talking, but that shit is peak. To me, it's probably my perfect level of difficulty where it's not hard, platforming's not too difficult, but it's just a fun game to play that I don't need to think too hard about. And probably because I've played it a few times, it sort of makes it easier for me to just kind of mindlessly go through. But I think even on a first playthrough, still a great game. So I'm very much looking forward to playing Super Mario Galaxy 2 when it comes out on the 2nd.